is briefed in the training briefing and why we need it. The training briefing is an example of the commander's dialogue between the dialogue occurring during the critical points in the training process. This dialogue is between the unit commander and the commander 2 levels up, normally battalion commander to the division commander. The purpose of the training briefing is to ensure the division level commander or the brigade level commander has visibility of and concurs with the approved training program. So what is briefed in the training briefing? Your operational environment, your battle command training guidance, concept of operations, your decisive operations, your shaping operations, individual training, and your shape operations 2, which is leader development training, which are all part of the training and evaluation outline. Your assessment plans, your key resources required to train. We've gone into that, especially your training ranges, ammunition, and support training aids. Your training risk, the time, resources to train, the training challenges, and how do we publish the unit training plan? The key inputs. Key inputs to the training plan are the commander's approval of the COA or modifications, your refined commander's intent, the critical information requirements, and your essential elements of information, and your updated assumptions. Your key outputs are your approved operation plan or order and your subordinate understanding of the plan or order. Okay, it starts with the course of action development, the commander's back brief, your course of action decision, your unit training program, the 5-paragraph field order, which we've discussed, and going into the DTMS, actually Digital Training Management System process. The TLP versus the TMP for unit training, your 5-paragraph troop leading procedures are usually part of the orders production dissemination step 7. So your company and below use the troop leading procedures, and your battalion above use the MDMP, and your troop leading procedures usually falls into the step 7, the orders production, dissemination, and transition. T-week. What's a T-week concept? Commanders begin planning the training event once the training plan is approved. The T-week concept is a framework used for planning and coordination. The T-weeks provides a chronological framework for planning through execution of training events. It also helps leaders progressively plan, coordinate, and resource training events. And the training meetings are where T-week issued are reviewed, discussed, and resolved. This is an example of a backward planning using T-weeks. Obviously, T1 to 6, we talked about locking training and publishing the training schedules. And T6 to 13, execution of your training. And this is an example of the T-week structure all the way from T0 to T13, building on each other. It starts with drawing equipment, finalizing admin support requirements, conducting rehearsals, conducting certifications, completing the tactical plan, locking in the training and publishing your training schedules, publishing the order, executing reconnaissance and locking in resources, conducting resource planning and submitting the initial resource requests, publishing the warning order, and beginning the execution checks, refining the event requirements, conducting training mission analysis, and identifying the major training facilities. Okay, we're almost done. We'll finish up with the after-action review. We're going to go through the preparation. Leaders and other observers review the commander's intent, training objectives, and training and evaluation outlines for tasks and drills to be trained and evaluated and performed, and performance measures to be evaluated and discussed during the AAR. You're going to identify the key activities, which are the events that should be observed, when a new order is issued, when a critical performance measure or leader's task is completed, or when a task or drill is completed. Organizing the AAR using one of the 3 techniques, by chronological, by warfighting function, or by key events. and gathering training aids, general office supplies, and assign responsibilities for setup. Developing the AR format to aid in capturing observations and notes, and rehearsing the AR. That's preparing. Remember, you have to have some recorder capturing what's happening during the AR, especially the comments from higher headquarters. Conduct the AR. Facilitate the discussion, summarize the sequence of events, discuss the unit's risk assessments conducted prior to the event and how soldiers applied the measures to mitigate these risks. Discuss what went right and how to sustain it. Discuss what went wrong and how to identify needed corrections. Determine if there is more effective way to train the task. And summarize the key points identified during the discussion, linking the conclusions to future training and recording observations. How do commanders assess training? Commanders assess training with two techniques: higher headquarters evaluations, performance of tasks measured against established standard, and leaders' assessments, allowing leaders to command and commanders to take into account for objective and subjective nature of the training and develop an overall assessment of the unit's ability to accomplish the mission. Who has the final authority to make final assessments of a unit's ability to perform the task? Of course, the commander. Any questions? Karen Robeson, are you there? She had to.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys come back on at 12:35. So take like 10. I'm finishing updating the slide deck for you guys, and then I'm going to go through the entire practical exercise, the graded practical exercise assignment that you guys are going to have. That's going to be due on Friday. So go ahead and take 10, and I'll share my screen and show you where all the resources are for it.